So these are the steps that are used for implementing the activity-based costing. I'm going to discuss each one of them one by one so that we can have a better understanding and idea about them. Okay, let's just start discussing that how the activity-based costing is implemented in any organization. So there are multiple steps. And the first step of implementing the activity-based costing is to identify the various activities that entity undertakes for the production or manufacture of goods. So the first of all is that you have to identify the activities. So what's the first step? You have to identify activities. Now, as I mentioned earlier also, the multiple activities could be order placement, material handling, machine setup, machine maintenance, production scheduling, so on and so forth. So that's the one thing, which is identification of the activities. The second thing that we have to do is that we have to develop the cost pools. Now, when we talk about the concept of developing the cost pools, so you need to try and understand that what do we mean by cost pools. You see, what happens is when you've got the overheads, so what you do is that you allocate these overheads to the various activities. Like for example, activity A, activity B, activity C, activity D. Just like we allocate the overheads to the various cost centers like production centers, service centers, the same way we allocate the overheads to the various activities. Now, so once you have allocated, let's say this is 20 million overheads, you allocated 3 million to it, you allocated 4 million to it, 5 million to it, 2 million to it, and what happens is 6 million to it. So this is all actually gonna be considered as what? This is all gonna be considered as developing the cost pool. So what is it actually going to be done at? It is actually going to be termed as developing the cost pool. Now what else is there? The next thing is that okay, the next thing is that it says identify the factors that affect the cost of activity or the size of the cost, that is the cost drivers. Now what exactly do you mean by cost drivers? Try to understand. Let's say one of the activity is machine setup. Let's say one of the activities machine setup. Now why is the machine setup cost incurred? Because every time you set up the machine, so the machine setup cost is incurred. So you would actually say number of machine setups. You would say number of machine setups. The second thing is that, for example, material ordering is an activity. Now, what you could do is that you could say number of purchase orders could be considered as a relevant cost drivers, because what happens is the greater the number of orders, the greater is going to be the cost. The greater the number of orders, the greater is actually going to be the cost. So when we talk about this, what we could do is that we could say that the cost drivers are the factors, are the things because of which the activity, because of which the cost actually arises. So that's actually considered to be the cost driver. Okay. The third thing is calculate the activity overhead absorption rate. Now, what are you going to do? You've already developed the cost pool. So for example, we have got the cost pool where we have got the machine setup as, let's say, $2 million. And we have got number of setups as, let's say, 400. So what we are simply going to do is that we're going to say 2 million divided by 400. So what we are simply going to do is that we're going to say 2 million divided by 400. 2 million divided by 400. Now, when we talk about 2 million divided by 400, so let's actually try to understand that what exactly is going to be this 2 million divided by 400. Now, so what does it turn out to be? Can somebody please help me with it? Okay, so it turns out to be 5,000 per basically setup. And lastly, what you're gonna do is that once you have got the overhead absorption rate for each of the activities, so you would probably add up these overheads to the products. You would probably add up these overheads to the product. So this is how this is how the activity-based costing is implemented. How is the activity-based costing implemented? So it's simply the first step is identify the activities. The second step is develop cost pools. The third step is identify cost drivers. The fourth step is calculate activity overhead absorption rate. And the fifth step is you need to allocate the overhead to products using activity overhead absorption rate. That's what you have to do. That's how things are actually going to be done. Is it okay to everyone? Okay. So we have actually discussed the basics of activity-based costing, that what exactly is activity-based costing and how is the activity-based costing implemented.